And we are live on YouTube. What's going on, guys? I hope I'm on YouTube anyway. But what's going on? So, okay, I got to introduce these amazing people. We have Noah Tempestari and
Hey guys.
okay, and Crescent Moon. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This means the world to me.
Hello.
And I think we're just gonna talk about a bunch of random different witch stuff tonight.
Yes.
Anyone else on my light?
Did you connect your account to the live stream?
I did.
I don't see it coming up yet.
It says live in that little doodad, but I don't know if it's on.
Yeah, I don't
Watch
see
live
it
now.
on YouTube yet.
Oh, I see it.
You do?
It's
Okay.
there.
It's
It's
there.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even see it on my laptop, but
I got it.
okay. You guys say it's there. It's there. Okay, sweet. So
Live and in Technicolor.
that's what's up. And this is also, I think, the first time A, we put cameras on, and B, we went live on my channel.
Ooh, okay, we love
It's
that.
a little
Don't get
special.
used to it.
I feel so special right now.
So, Roman, do you want to jump us off into a little topic to start gabbing about?
No, because you have the list.
Oh, I do, don't I? Okay. Well, one of the things I know we were going to talk about was ancestral veneration. Do you guys do anything like that?
Please define that for me.
So, any type of like just honoring your ancestors, maybe having a little altar or, lighting their favorite incense, stuff like that, or maybe actually incorporating them in any types of magic or prayers, stuff like that.
And
Okay.
also, do you think that it's only blood ancestors?
Ooh.
Question.
So what other ancestors besides blood do you...
Say, for example, your mom had a best friend and you grew up calling this woman Aunt
Oh,
Susie.
okay, yeah.
Would you believe after she passed on, would she be a part of the ancestors or something completely different?
Also, what about like past witches that are like, like when we call out ancestors who have walked this path before us, utilize their spirits and magic. Would they be part of that kind of thing?
I believe so. I feel that, well, first, I'm one to believe that like we're all connected, right? So you can call upon anyone, from the past. If you want to kind of like make it more simplified, you can call on people from your bloodline that you are aware of, because again, there's a lot of people that we don't know about. Like I can't trace my heritage back that far.
Right.
So people might even come to you, in meditations or dreams, and you don't know who they are, but they connect with you. And then you find out later on, oh my God, this person's related to me, or so-and-so know this person. I think that's super cool when that happens.
That actually happened to me in Rowan.
Tell me about it.
I had a dream of some random lady who, she had long, dark, like reddish hair, and I was in Scotland. And she was talking to me about some god she was working with. I forget, but I think it was some type of nature god, because I was like, oh, I work with Hearn. Like that's we have something in common. And that was all the dream was. And then I had a reading the next day by our lovely Rowan over here. And immediately he was like, you had a dream of your ancestor. Like an ancestor came to you in a dream. And I was like, really? And I told him about my dream. And then he said, the name Emily is coming to me. And at the time, I just did my my ancestry, and I go into my little tree, and there's Emily from Scotland.
Oh, wow. Okay. Dang, you tapped into something pretty cool there. Okay.
And she was a witch. The first witch in my family that I know of, because my family comes from a very religious background.
Oh,
I'm always intercepting his messages.
You.
Because he
Rowan just got it like that.
Got it like that.
But do you guys do any type of practice like that in your traditions or in your works?
So my connection with my ancestors is mostly like I honor them by like reminiscing, like reflecting, on those memories that I have personally. I also love to ask my mom about hers when it comes to like her parents and like her cousins and her, elders and stuff like that, because again, like there's a lot of people I don't know. So my mom had me at a very older age. Like she was like, I think like mid to late 30s when she had me. So by the time I became of age and was able to develop my memory about my family, like they were already like getting older, they were passing, Right. So I asked her about like what was life like when you were a kid? Like, what did you and your cousins do? Like, how did your, you interact with your aunts and uncles and stuff like that? And so I feel like that's a way to honor them. I don't really have an ancestor altar per se, but I do set one up around like Samhain or like Dia de los Muertos. That is when I usually will set up an altar for them, and I try to do it as good as I can. Like I would love to have like this super like elaborate space for them, but I like to just make it into celebration on the day.
No, I love that. I used to do that, but now I have a permanent little shelving thing in my bedroom.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I always
How about
have
you?
something permanent.
Oh, okay.
He's got this a lot. I love his altar. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure it's amazing because he's always done that like for years.
That's very sly. I caught that. Don't worry about it.
Listen,
I got you.
all I'm gonna say is that your old setup was a fire hazard. Okay.
It still is a fire hazard.
You want to talk fire hazard?
Yeah, you want to talk fire hazard?
Sure.
The amount of fires I've actually had.
Oh no.
My altar. Oh my god. After this, I have to show you my altar. Burnt marks everywhere.
Oh no.
Oh my god. I have to show you. Oh my god. But what about you, April? I mean, Crescent. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah. What about you? Do you do any type of ancestral venerations?
Yes and no.
Sunshine.
Not as much as I would like. I just got into my ancestry last year, and I haven't. It's a long story. I'm still learning some stuff. I do pay homage to my two grandparents on my mother's side because they were both very different. Like, my grandmother was an Eastern Star, and my grandfather was part of the G. Yes, I could the G symbol. I don't know why I could think of that. And honestly, from my cousin going and visiting in those places because they were trying to get him to do the thing, and he was like, "That shit is so witchy." I've never stepped foot in there. I just have all their passed down stuff, and I know what my grandmother used to do and my grandfather used to practice, even though they went to church 2-3 times a week. Like, there was a whole side life at home. And they never said witchcraft or anything, but like my grandmother kept an herbal garden. She knew the moon cycles.
She was very witchy, though.
Yeah. She had a lot of those traits without putting a label on it.
Right.
Gotcha.
And, my grandfather was just so sweet. And he was an Aries, but he would, like, I don't know. He was different.
He was an Aries.
Yeah, he was different. He was not, he would be hot-tempered, but patient at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Like, he loved his family. So anyway, I give to them a lot. I incorporate them a lot. I speak to them a lot. I wish they would visit me. I haven't had an actual visit other than one time. And that was my grandfather. Anyway, but yes and no.
Okay.
I think it was my great grandmother Emily, which I think is the funniest thing because it's the same thing from Vampire Diaries. If anybody's seen
I was thinking about that.
Bonnie has a great
yes
Emily, and I'm like, oh my god. But no, it was the only blood family to come visit me. And then when my abuela, who wasn't my blood abuela, but she was she treated me like a grandmother more than my actual grandmother. So when she passed on, she visited me, and that broke me. I woke up in the middle of the night. Oh my god! It's like you want it to happen, but then it's so bad.
When it does happen, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but it's That's what it is. It's very emotional. I don't know if sad's the right word, but emotional.
No, it's almost overwhelming because especially if they've been gone for a while, and you kind of like, I think when people pass in the beginning, you're like, oh, I hope X, Y, and Z happens, and I hope I get a visit, and I hope I can communicate. And I know a lot of us try, and we don't really get anywhere because it's not the right time. So they come when we either need them or when we're ready to process it. You know what I mean? And so when that does happen, it kind of catches us off guard because it's right about the time we've kind of given up, and it's like, oh shit, that was wild, and then like break breakdown happens.
No, yeah, I love it.
So how is your way of?
I'm trying to help everybody else.
What happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you remember the last video we were supposed to have live? There's a lot of people in that chat, so I'm trying to get them over here.
Because I sure
I'm
heard that one.
sorry.
That's my bad.
I'm not the best at internet stuff.
That's my bad.
me
It's not
No, you're good. I'm trying to get them over there.
Okay, while Rowan
that's
takes
fine.
care of that, I wanted to ask you guys. So, so now that I know what ancestor veneration is, so how has that like evolved since you first started doing that in your practice to now? Like, does it stay the same like from beginning to end, or do you feel like it's like grown more, or what's changed?
I think mine has been pretty consistent with being non-consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
No, I love that. It's so true. It's so balanced too.
Yeah, I it's like I push real hard and then I burn myself out, and then I will. I don't know. I feel like I'm such a space cadet with my practice because it's like I'll be hyper focused over here, and then I'll be like, and then I'll be hyper focused over here. And it's just like a
It's very Aries energy. I love that.
Oh, yes.
For me, I would say that for me, okay, I thought way too heavily about it in the past. You know what I mean? And then that would stop me from doing it because every time I would think I have to honor the ancestors, I would think it's this big ordeal or this big ritual so it was very small. I always had something for them, always. To be honest, my shrine has gotten smaller for them as time has passed, but it's mainly just because I know that I just have to light their candle and know that they're there, give my offerings, and I try to give prayer and a glass of water like every week, try to keep it clean and fresh. But other than I always like to ring my grandmother's bell. But other than that, I'd say I've gotten just more knowledge about it, and I haven't been so stuck up about it. And in that sense, made me practice it more often and more frequently because I wouldn't worry so much about it. You know what I mean? Because I'll be honest, we're just remembering them and honoring them does a shit ton more than what most people do.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like if I put too much effort in one area, it tends to just backfire on me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, you do so much and then you have that burnout.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do that. I would do that to where I don't even have a burnout. I'm just not present anymore. You know what I mean? I would do that with the gods. Working with entities and spirits and stuff, that was my biggest thing. That I thought I would need to do this big ordeal. Babe, come home from work, light their candle, say I love you, and keep it moving.
That's
Good
how
offerings, but you ain't gotta, you can trace a little pentagram with a little cross over the glass in their names. You're done. You're done.
With Hecate, she's present everywhere.
She's right there.
She is right above us, and she's in the hallway. She guards my stairs. And then I have Hecate-ish things in the living room. But like you know how you talk to yourself? You're like,
can you wait? Can you see my Hecate?
Barely.
I can't see. It's so small already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. I think that's what he's showing us. That's Hecate.
Oh yes. Oh, I thought. Oh, is that all he's showing us?
No, it's not. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Glad you didn't see my face. It was an outside face, not an inside face. Oh. Oh, okay.
I lit her up.
Yes. I love her. I talk to her like I'm talking. Okay, I'm gonna sound crazy.
No, we're witches.
Like I talk.
We are crazy.
Yeah, we are.
We are. No, that's what I meant. We are.
Like, you know how you'll talk to your dog or your cat?
Yeah.
I'm like, girl,
I'd rather talk to my dog than people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like she was sitting on my bed chilling. I'd be like, girl, you'll never guess what this one was. Or did you hear what he said to me? Just going off, but I'm like in a mood. And so that's how I communicate with her, because if I sit down and I try to do a dedication, my brain goes blank and I can't focus, with everything else that goes on in my head. So I just have to do it on the fly. Otherwise it feels forced.
Yeah, and that's one thing I don't like. I don't like to feel because it shouldn't feel like a job. You know what I
Right.
mean? It should like that's not what I want it to be. That's not where I want it to feel.
Yeah. It
Okay, I
shouldn't
fix it.
fix it. I feel like
Yes, I deleted all the other posts that I made and put the right one.
Yeah, I put
My
the
bad,
old
my bad.
the old chat. I put the link in there, so I think I got some
Oh,
people
sweet.
that were over there.
Oh my god, I think actually all my links that are up are still of the old ones. So
Hey.
it's fine.
We
It
got 12
has to go
people
fast.
watching, 11 people watching.
It's
As we should. I don't like the big groups. Big groups get in big troubles.
Yeah, and then people start chitty chatting, and it gets I mean, I want people to chit chat, but like I'm also the type of person that's like, I'll be.
I'm the guy. Smaller circle, the better.
I
Yeah.
remember there
Agreed.
was some videos back in the day when I was first around that the chat was popping. Let me
Oh
tell
my
you.
gosh!
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! But they were having like their.
That interview you did, Noah, was amazing, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
And that chat popping.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. I like the dude on the top left's energy. He got the right idea. Talking about you.
Why, thank you.
I think he's talking about the.
Yes. Well.
Probably because hey, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
What is that?
What?
What was that? What
Me?
did you? Yeah. What did you just do?
Girl, let's not.
I thought you were sipping on a 7-day candle.
I think he said
Well,
that was
honestly,
White Claw.
it's a.
Don't call me out right now. People don't like White Claws.
You're like that's like drinking TV static. What's wrong
Look,
with you?
my brother bought it. My brother bought it. It's in the fridge. Someone's got to drink it.
Well, you need a new brother.
You like what you like. You don't like what you don't like. If it works for you, look, I can take us all the way back to like Bartles and James and Zemus. Okay.
Oh.
Be good.
What
Drink
about
your
Mad
water.
Dog 2020?
Oh, don't get me started on that red shit or the blue shit.
Not the red one, the blue
Oh.
one.
Have you ever had Jack Fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my drink. That's my drink.
My
Well,
Yeah,
nostrils
not the
hurt.
red one. Oh my god.
There's a wine bar where I live. Not where I live, but like maybe 40 minutes away from where I live. They have a sangria, and they put a bottle of Jack Fire in it, and as you drink it, the Jack Fire flows through it. Let me tell you, I had 2 of those. I was stumbling out the door.
I love sangria. That's another drink I'm on top of.
I've had one, I think, at a restaurant, but I had it after I had a Bahama Mama.
Oh, I've had one of those in a long time.
Oh, they're so good.
Yes.
Oh my god. I like fruity cocktails. I like my vodka. I like my rum. That's it. And then everything else is going to be a fruity cocktail or a Heineken or a Guinness. That's it.
Mm-hmm. For the most part, I only really look for if I can't get a cocktail, my go-to whiskey sour.
Oh,
Never had a whiskey
I don't
sour.
think I have one of those either.
No egg whites. I've never had it with egg whites, but that's exactly. Look at everyone's faces. They ask me, and I'm like, ew, no. Why is that a thing?
The first time that I went to a club, I always ordered rum and coke. That was my go-to. Rum and coke.
That's my father's go-to.
Yeah. And one night it was happy. It's some kind of thing where you paid like $35, and the whole night you got not free drinks, but like you didn't have to pay anymore after that. It's all you could drink.
That's cool.
I drank all I could drink.
I'm sure you did.
I woke up in the hotel room the next day. I was like, oh.
You shut that place down. Like they're no longer in business anymore.
Oh. I
bet something died. Oh no, he's right here. He is right here. Hold on.
You know, he knew I was getting ready to say some shit he didn't want me to say.
He dipped out.
Leaving the scene. Wait,
what you gonna say?
I was gonna say there have been many a late night that I've seen you survive situations involving alcohol you shouldn't have.
Just so you know, since I'm airing it out, all the times that we probably had Cauldron Chat, I was snookered.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
We've been new, girl.
We've been new. That's nothing new. On the old chats, Cauldron Conspiracies. Yeah, you was feeling it. I remember those videos.
Every time y'all saw me out on the front step, I was chain smoking because I had been taking shots.
Oh my god, those little
I'm
fucking
about it.
bottles. When you went through that case of those bottles, I was texting Kelly like, "We're gonna find him in the hospital in the morning."
I know. I remember that night.
I don't know how.
Surprised.
Right.
I remember I was in the middle of having a blackout and I started eating bread. I remember we had Domino's that night, so I was eating cheesy bread. That's the only thing that soaked me up.
Dude, I cannot. I can't drink like that. I have never been a huge drinker in general, but like, I can't. 2 drinks and I'm done. 3 drinks and I'm angry. 4 drinks and I'm fighting. So,
really? I'm a lover.
I'm taking notes.
I'm a lover.
I get so aggressive.
Bro.
I get aggressive, and I don't know how to watch my tongue on a good day. So
throw a little drinks in that, and
my little frame cannot support my mouth sometimes.
Yo, does anybody else feel like their psychic like senses kind of go off a little bit after a few drinks?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Oh no.
Okay, so when I'm like drunk and I read cards, it's like
Don't drink, guys.
yeah, I can read everybody for Phil.
When I would get drunk, I would start reading everybody's palm at the bar.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but then I got lines of people, and I'm like, wait a minute, I want to dance now.
I want to
dance.
dance
Was just one person. I thought I was quiet. I guess not.
I am a sniffer. Have y'all ever heard of that?
No.
Okay, wait. Explain.
No, actually, there's got to be a better name for it.
Explain that right now, because that sounds so bad.
Okay, so
Don't.
you know how people. How do I explain it? So when someone walks by you and they everybody gives off an essence, or in my case a scent, like if you're wearing something and it mingles with your biology, it changes the smell of the perfume or whatever, but it also will let me gauge you. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like I can pick up on how you are when you walk by me and I catch a scent.
Yeah, you can catch that. Like, yeah, it's a scent. Yeah, there's a Claire for that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I have it, and it's
yeah.
Because some people, if you're out in public and someone walks, it's kind of like people that see auras, and you see certain shades, you're like, I am like that with my nose. Now I can't smell most of the time since COVID. I can't smell shit, like normal everyday stuff. But like somebody will walk by me and I'm like, oh, and I can read, like I can see bits and clips of.
That is so cool.
Or their life, their childhood. I can tell you if they're a clean person, a dirty person. It's not based on their appearance. It's just based on like.
Oh, I have a question.
The imagery.
So, can you smell when like a woman's pregnant?
No, but I can tell when someone is like boy or girl most of the time. I'm about 90% accurate.
Oh my god!
Sunshine said, "Remind me to bathe before we ever meet in person, bro."
It wouldn't matter. Let me tell you, when you smell, okay, so there's a particular smell for disease for me, and it smells like asparagus.
Oh.
So, I've
smell like asparagus.
Yeah, and they've all ended up with certain types of like cancers.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But it, like my mom, for me, has no smell. Like she doesn't give off any smell, not anything. And I know in her state there is an odor associated with death. Now her house has, and I hate to say this, but it does have that, My mother's a very clean person. My stepfather's a very clean person. But due to medications and certain things, like it's there.
Oh, I get you. Okay.
It's hard to explain because it's not an odor. It's just like,
yeah,
my nose picks up the vibe. So, and it's very hard. But like, I've had 2 people I worked with, and I kept saying, "Does this smell like asparagus to you?" I would go up to another coworker, and they're like, "No, she smells like whatever perfume she was wearing at the time." asparagus. Well, 3 months later, she was gone. And then it turned out she had some type of issue here that she was dealing with, but she didn't let anybody know. It was a private thing. And then I've had a couple people that I've like met in passing that I've had that odor, and later, years later, I find out they're either dealing with the situation or they're no longer. And it's that same asparagus. So anytime I smell asparagus on someone, I'm like, you know, I'm not going to go and be like, did you just eat like 10 handfuls of this? Because it is pungent to me.
Oh, yeah.
Strong.
So RM said, wait, so that's true diabetics smell sweet?
Yeah. They smell kind of like almonds.
Almond?
Yeah.
My almond milk, girl, you know.
Oh, God, you know.
One of the smells that I always will ever remember are the smells of hospices, hospitals, and funeral parlors.
That's the smell that I'm like at the moment. The hospice smell.
The hospice smell.
Yeah, and
then I smell that too.
Yeah, it's not like body odor or it's not somebody being gross. It's just in the air because of what's going on.
Yeah.
It's almost like a cleaning product kind of smell.
Yes, but it's not
chemical.
It's chemically, and it just like you walk into a center like that, and it's like, oh, you know where you could be blindfolded and walk in. You're like, oh, I'm in a hospice center. Like, you know, that's where you're at. Like, my parents can't smell it. The boys can't really smell it. Alan can't smell it. I can smell it.
Yeah.
But I've got a sensitive sniffer. I hope my mother never sees this video.
Hi, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks for your smells.
Yeah, sorry. So sorry. Yeah, but it just is what it is. Like, that's a weird gift that I have for this is the dumbest gift.
Do you guys have what's that like? Noah, do you have any type of gifts like that?
So I can see auras. I wish I could like control it better, but they'll just come and go. And when I do see them, I'm like locked on. Like I'll get caught staring at you.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because it's so beautiful. I like to equate the way that I see auras as like watercolor. It's very faint, but you can still make out the colors, and then they follow, like they flow. The person that's like walking by or whatever, it follows them in that way. Like the way that I've seen it in books is like it's kind of like if you like trace a highlight around the person. I don't really see it like that.
No,
like sometimes it's just like dots around them. Sometimes it's like
shapes.
Lines or just like a light on top of their head.
Yeah.
But it's so like crazy to me to see it in a person and then get lost in the crowd. And then you can still kind of know where they're at because you can see the color like on them. So I love that. I've never been one to like read them though, like because I feel like that's up to interpretation. Like yellow means this or blue means that. And I'm like, well, let me figure out how you feel, and then I can say, okay, this color for you is that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
no. Yeah.
So I don't really like read them, but I do see them, and they're really beautiful.
No. Yeah. That's awesome. I can like if I tune in, I can see auras. In fact, I know when people drive up my driveway, I can see what's going on by the aura of their car. If it's if they're in a good mood, it would be like a nice smooth running aura. But if they're in a bad mood, I'd see like weird spikes, like weird shapes around it that are like pointy and jagged, and it was just weird. But I don't like see them like 24/7 like that.
Yeah, same.
But my biggest thing is anything like spirit related. I can really sense the dead, or if I hold an item, I can see like what's going on, like what like this item has been through.
Oh wow, okay. So for like your own auras, because people are like asking, let me see, is reading aura a natural gift or did you learn how to do that? It was a natural gift. I didn't come into it until like my late teens, really like early 20s, I think, is when that's kind of like when I started, like delving into more like energy work again. I don't feel like I ever like did anything to try to like hone it and make it stronger. I just kind of like, if it's coming to me, I'm going to embrace it. You know what I mean? I never blocked it off because I love it. I love everything to do with that kind of color. I have tried to like draw it out for people. Like if I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, I have like, the thing. Let me draw it out for you to show you what it looks like that.
Yeah.
I've seen. Have you guys seen those like aura capture cameras, like those big domes
Yeah.
you go into?
Yeah.
So I feel. Do you guys feel like everybody comes out with like an orange one or like a pink orange?
Yeah.
I feel like you go in there and everybody's aura comes out like that. I'm like, that's not what I see. Like sometimes they're really vibrant, vivid colors.
Where do you have those at? I have no clue what.
Oh yeah, so they're at different places. There's some in LA. I've never been to one, but like I've had friends or family members go to it's like a big dome, right? And like you step inside and it's like a special camera and it takes a photo of your aura for you. And there's actually photos of like Reiki healers in there on top of a person, and you see like the colors on their hands are different from the aura on the person to kind of like give you like a physical, like this is what it looks like. But the majority of the ones that I've seen personally from friends or family members are always like an orangey, like a pinkish orangey. Beautiful, but I'm like, I feel like, nah, not everybody's that color.
Yeah. Well, there's way like we could like what people could see is way more than what a camera could capture.
True.
Yeah.
I've always said. Especially, don't believe me, go try to take a photo of that moon because
Oh,
your
man.
camera will not show
Listen,
what it used
I
to
have a
be.
friend who has an Android phone and he gets close-up photos. I'm like, how the heck?
That's
Yes.
what Alan's phone is. He's got the new 20 something Turbo XL, whatever. It's like he went up to it, went click, like right up
Yes.
to it.
Yes, he sends me pictures every single full moon. I'm like,
This stupid
how?
thing
My
doesn't-
iPhone doesn't do that.
I was about to say my iPhone not doing this.
No.
I would say the iPhone probably worst feature is that camera.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah.
paying so much money for nothing. It's a dud.
Right.
iPhone Pro my ass.
That's not a pro.
Right, they lying to us.
Well, right now my aura is blue.
Oh, period. I'm yellow, orangey. I guess they're being lied. I'm being lied to. Here we
I
go
got
with the orange.
I got nothing.
But have you guys noticed if you dive into any of your gifts, do other gifts awaken like down like later the road?
Yeah.
Like a domino effect, kind of.
Yeah.
I feel like they can come and go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It also depends on what like your natural predilection is. Like what you're like if you're artistic, I think some of your gifts show up more in that way.
Not
Or
Right.
if you're very visual, then you're more attuned to see like peripherals and shapes and auras and stuff like that. I wish I could see auras, but I probably wouldn't use it for anything good. To being honest.
Have you guys ever tried to like work with your own aura though? Like you can use it as a shield, you can shape it and form it into things, Have you ever done that?
You remember when you start learning about energy balls and holding them?
Yeah.
That's kind of where like that me learning that turned into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be my aura or just like me creating a mental shield.
Could be an
could be
extension of
both.
your aura.
Yeah, it could be both. So when you're focusing on energy like that, it does affect your aura because your aura it's two ways. So like you're projecting out energy, but you're also receiving energy. It's like a big sponge. And that's why it's really important, everybody, to protect yourself when you're practicing magic because you are wielding that energy. You're not only projecting it out, you're also leaving the gate open to receiving. Not to scare anybody, but just
It's just
always a good practice.
everything, has its cautions.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely agree.
Just be aware.
But yeah, no, I've seen people because you mentioned something that like you would use it for like not so good things, right? Is that what you said?
I would just like, ooh, serial killer.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, because I've seen people, use their auras to like make someone feel uncomfortable to make them like walk
no,
away.
not like that.
I've seen them
I
do
would just
that.
be a little tattletale.
I'm not seen, but I've heard people do that. I've also
Yeah.
heard of people like making people more calm, just by focusing on their aura, like engulfing them too. Like you got like a weighted blanket kind of thing,
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, love those.
Yes.
Oh my god! Personally, no, I've never done anything like that. But that sounds nice. I probably should start looking into stuff like that because like I agree with you, April. Like I would do like energy exercises or like energy works. But I don't know if that would again be like my aura.
You find somebody that's doing something no good. I'd be a tattletale like hell. Like, I
She
don't know.
goes
That
sing
might
like a
be
canary.
a Seven Mockingbird.
Like those pointer dogs when they like find the prey and they like point their noses and they like stand still. Like right there. I love that.
She's gonna start barking.
I'm not gonna point any fingers, but I'll point my lips that way. That might be over there.
It's over there.
the older I get, the more like I want to be a tattletale on people. Like I think that part of me is just coming out in my 40s. Like I'm just like it's too late to be playing that shit at night. You know, like when I was younger, I was like, oh, if I can do it, I'll party right with you. No, I need at least a solid 5 hours. So I need you to tone it down to do karaoke.
Yeah.
RF has a good question. Does anyone ever see their deities walk around certain places or see people do normal activities through remote viewing?
Personally, no.
Meaning,
I did like see like I saw like a shadowy figure of my god while walking out of the woods last night, but I mean other than that, no.
I can't say that I have. It'd be cool.
That sounds amazing.
I would have to say
be cool.
No to the first question, and then see people do normal activities through remote viewing. Yes to that second question. Yes.
What does that mean?
But not on purpose.
Remote viewing. Okay, so what is the difference between? That's something I've always struggled with. What is the difference between astral projection and remote viewing?
I would
go ahead. You go ahead. You always explain it better than I do.
Okay, I would say astral projection is your essence. You're being able to go somewhere and see people do things as your own person. But to me, remote viewing is you're seeing through their eyes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh. No, that sounds amazing. I want to do that. They have always just done astral projection, and in that sense, yes. But no, I've never done remote viewing. That sounds amazing.
I don't think I've ever done remote viewing.
I'd want to remote view Beyonce.
You're so random. Why?
So remote viewing for me, it's more so like tied to people that I'm like really connected with. You know what I mean? Like if I'm on the phone with them, I'm like, are you like pacing right now? Yes. Like, why did you know that?
Okay, yeah. Huh.
I mean, I feel like, you know, if you can remote view anybody, like that would be really bad. But yeah, usually it's people that I'm connected to. If we're like on the phone, we're having like a really awesome conversation. We have like that one-on-one like link. I'm like, are you cooking right now? Are you walking around outside right now?
Oh, that's
sometimes you can even feel, you know, like if they're outside, you can feel like, you know, the cool of the air on your skin, or like, you know, if they're walking barefoot outside, those types of things.
Or smell what they're cooking. That's
that
me.
Too. Have you done that?
Yeah.
I've smelled Rowan's incense before many times. I would just be like, why do I smell incense burning? And he'd be like, incense burning.
It's right here.
If you guys could remote view from anybody, who would you remote view? He said Beyonce, so now I'm curious about you guys.
Yeah, I mean, let me remote view, see that debit card. Turn over and let me see the CVV real quick.
Stop it.
Not the debit card.
All right.
Now. We are on his channel.
What happened?
He's trying. One of the moderators can't see us.
Oh.
Alex is trying to moderate. And I don't know where to. It's fine. So far,
I just I don't think it's ever actually popped up on my laptop either.
Can you see the comments, Kev?
I can see the comments. Yeah.
Okay, it's on mine, so it should be showing up for you because I can see it. Okay, thank you. All right, we're good. Tech support.
Anyway, so yeah, who would you guys remote view if you could?
I'll change my answer.
I don't know. That's a great question.
Right, I have no idea.
Nosy, I want to see everybody.
You want to say everybody?
Everybody.
I think I would like to remote view someone who like travels a lot. It doesn't have to be a celebrity. Somebody who travels a lot and really like gets involved in like the present of like seeing like amazing views and landscapes and like stuff like that. Just because like there's a lot of places that I want to travel, you know.
I have a coworker who literally travels the world, so I agree with you on that. If I could just look through her eyes for a little bit, there he is.
Like, did you guys ever watch that show on Netflix called Sense8?
Yes.
No? Oh my god, I definitely recommend it.
Dirty.
I definitely recommend it. So it's about. Oh, is that him? So it's about 8 people that are born at the exact same moment, and their minds are like put into a cluster where they're all connected. So they like, I forgot how it's unlocked, but like they're all adults in the show, and they're all in different parts of the world, and they're able to like talk to each other and see each other, and they are able to whatever knowledge one person knows, the other 7 people know. Whatever skill sets, techniques, whatever whatever they have, everyone can tap into that. It's really amazing. But there's more than 8 in a cluster. There's also like other clusters out there, and once they make eye contact, they're connected for life. Like they can remote to that person and talk to them and,
Oh my
and all
god.
that stuff. So it's such a good show. But
It's like
oh my
a
god,
hive mind.
yeah,
What's the
there
show
you go,
called?
Hive Mind. It's called Sense 8.
That would overwhelm
Have
me.
you guys ever seen the show Behind Her Eyes?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
so
No.
that's an astral projection show. It's
What?
a psycho crazy show where basically in this world, you know, you can astral project, and while someone's out of their body, you can go into their body.
Oh, hell no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
don't like that smile, Rowan. Whose body would you go into?
Oh, it's my fiance again.
Jason Momoa.
Of
Just
all
to take
the
a
people
peek.
to pick
Just to
him,
take a peek downstairs and then get out.
I don't like him.
Okay, I just added him
He don't
as
like
the
you.
moderator.
I don't like you.
That unkept wild man.
Exactly.
I'm too short anyway. I need somebody I can take on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
I
hate you.
can barely
Well,
climb
good.
my husband's a giant compared to me.
So do you guys like to travel for magics? Like go out into like some type of landscape or utilize any landscapes?
I used to. So I
Same.
moved
Yeah.
here.
Not so much anymore. I usually do everything like indoorsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a creek right next to me, so I utilize that a lot if I want to send spells to people.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I have his location. He's everywhere.
I'm like the cliche like witch in the woods.
I love it.
I love that. Wait, what's your sun sign?
Leo.
Okay. Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
My rising sign is a Virgo and my moon sign is an Aquarius.
Oh my god.
Oh. Okay.
Very unique.
I'm an Aries Leo Virgo.
Aries, Leo, Virgo.
I'm a Capricorn, Taurus, Sagittarius.
Capricorn, Taurus.
Okay.
Damn.
Noah.
I love that Sagittarius.
Oh, I'm
That's what it is.
a Taurus, Gemini, Sagittarius.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's an interesting mix. Yours is interesting.
Yes, you are. You're balanced, huh?
Yeah, that's
The Avatar.
I killed Chain the Conqueror.
Oh my goodness, not that Avatar. Not that
That
Oh,
was
Avatar.
a great
Avatar
movie.
Kyoshi.
Not Avatar Kyoshi.
yeah, I'm reading it what everybody's posting about their signs. Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Virgo Rising. Ooh.
Yes, Virgo rising. What's up?
The Virgo is where I think that's where all my OCD
Yeah.
comes from.
Leo, Aquarius, Virgo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you say that you were a Leo, Aquarius too, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm a Leo Aquarius. Yeah, oh my god, wait, hold on. Is that the same? What is that? Because I am a Leo Sun, Aquarius Moon, and a Virgo rising. What about you?
Oh, what? You guys are the same?
Yeah,
No
wait,
way.
is that what's up? That's dope.
All
I've
right.
never met anyone else with the same signs.
Interesting, Fluff Bunny. My Chiron is in Virgo in the first house. Sucks.
Like, I don't know that well about astrology. My friend knows everything there is to
I
know.
know. I have a
about
friend
it.
who's really good at
Me
astrology too. I'm not that great.
Yeah,
It seems we are the same, she says.
yeah. It seems we are the same. That's what's up.
That was very Yoda-like. It seems we are the same.
Yeah, we all same. We all one.
Murder. Interesting, isn't it?
Okay. What was
I just
that?
remember Bougie Mystic as a
was
Capricorn, but I
Yoda.
don't remember his moon or rising.
That's
What, you missed that?
OCD
Yeah, he's a
stuff.
Capricorn. He has the same exact birthday as my younger sister.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
My mom did my birth chart and it was off the walls, and I can't find it.
Why
I
cry,
put it
Bougie
in one of my.
Mystic?
I can't.
As I was
All right,
talking about woods. I'm over here freaking with my bug bites too.
You're itching. I was
man.
itching too. I was like itching my elbow.
Yeah, man, because I got just last night 10 bug bites as I was trying to enchant my ring.
Oh, that's
I
pretty.
told him he needs some off. He was like, "What's that?
What is that?
Off?
Off.
Spray.
Oh.
Right. See?
I thought you said aw. I'm like, aw,
Me too, that's
what?
what I
Like,
heard.
that's what I thought too. I was like, well, what
I'm
the
like,
hell?
oh, what?
Off. Like
Aw.
bug
I'm a little
spray.
bit
Are you my
Off.
country. It
dentist?
sounds like
OFF.
It's
Off of.
You remember Skin So Soft?
No, what is
Yeah.
that?
Never mind. It was an Avon product.
Well, what was it made out of?
It was a fucking Avon product.
Oh my god. My
It was-
aunt actually, my two aunts do that.
You
It's-
want to know something funny?
Huh?
Skin So Soft. I used to work at a farm and feed supply store. They sell it for pigs. Skin
They
So
sell
Soft.
it for pigs?
4 pigs?
They sell it for FOR pigs.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, Cindy knows what I'm talking about because it keeps mosquitoes away.
Oh, well, you know what? If my
That's
aunt is
why they
selling this
sell
stuff,
it
let
for
me get
pigs.
something.
Yeah, because
They sell it
they'll
for
get
pigs.
they can get some of the same diseases we can through mosquitoes, can't they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense.
yeah.
They get bathed in it. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so effed up.
It works
I have
great, she says.
2
I'll take your
ones
word
next
for
to my
it.
3 times.
Wait, why did they use it for pigs? Because of that? Because it
Yeah.
wards off mosquitoes? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's smart.
They're very susceptible to a lot of it. That's why we can use some of their parts. They're very like their valves are very interchangeable with ours and stuff. And then the way I think the bloodborne pathogens they have the same issues that we have. Something like
Yeah,
that.
there's a lot of medicines out here that a lot of the valves that get replaced are with pig valves.
Mm-hmm. It's cheaper too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a list of topics because I there was another topic we wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was.
I know it's in my it's in the messages, but I'm using my phone, of course, and my laptop is like the worst thing.
I'm going through our chat, and I'm getting there because I'm seeing
Though
stuff.
maybe we could talk about some like mosquito herbal remedies because I can use them.
Making me itch.
I'm sorry. Oh my god, I have like 3 right here, just right down the line. It's insane.
They say that if you like scrub your garage or like your sidewalk with pine sol, it keeps away bugs.
Amber just said something.
But I would use that, pinulin that comes in the green bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I would use that because it has more pine oil in it than pine sol.
All right, when I said
what does that look like?
Weather magic, specific
You're echoing.
and spell work, and then when and when not to use magic. Those were the other topics.
Let's go with specifications in magic.
Okay, and the floor is yours.
And the floor is yours.
Oh, the floor is mine. Okay.
Yeah, you.
So, when doing spell work, in what capacity do you feel like the outcome that you want, do you have to be specific towards? Say, for example, during the whole spell, you're asking that you need money. And I know this is like a far out situation, but you need money, you get in a car wreck, you break your leg, you get a settlement. Not always going to happen. I'm sure sometimes it could happen. But to what end in your practice do you feel like that you need to be specific?
Always as specific as possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
especially with intentions.
I've noticed that when I do road openers and my intention is remove all blockages that prevent me from going forward, I say any blockages. I don't specify anything. I just say remove all blockages. Sometimes maybe I'll notice that I start having better moods. I'll notice that people in my life get sent away. Truths are told and lies come to the surface. So people get sent away. I've noticed that you get more hours at work. Somebody may call out at work and they're like, hey, you want these extra 4 hours? The love road doesn't really have any, I don't really feed into that too much. Or you just start having better moods, I've noticed, after I've done a road opener. Because sometimes it also breaks away, it cleanses you of the negative energy. That's what I've noticed.
Okay. Who's next?
So I feel like when it comes to specifications, when it comes to what you're trying to accomplish and what you want, I agree with Noah with be as specific as you possibly can. I do believe also like you gotta word things a certain way. You don't want to like if you're doing a road opener, for example, you don't want to or maybe not because you do want to say that. So sorry. Or how about for a love working? You don't want to say I'm not single anymore, or anything like that. Where I don't have love, or I have I'm not alone anymore. I'm not lonely. Stuff like that. You want to talk about what you do have, or like as if it was happening, and just a certain way, like again, like I am loved. You know what I mean? Kind of ordeal. Especially with self love. I feel like a lot of people could use some self love.
And the thing about doing a love spell and not being super specific would be you say you want to be in a relationship, you want to have love. You might get a partner, but who's to say that that partner isn't a serial cheater? You got what you wanted. You're in a relationship.
Ooh.
You gotta be specific. If you're going with the money workings, write down exactly how much you need. That will never hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah. Write down exactly how much you need and focus on that number.
Yeah.
I
get real self-conscious or not self-conscious. I overthink when I'm doing like money work because ADHD. I will be okay. I would like to have this amount, but then the minute I like think about it, my brain goes, "Well, okay, but what if it's a settlement because something happened that was bad to somebody?" You know what I mean? Like I'll just so I have to be specific, but I can't think too much about it as I'm doing it because I feel like that would call and put out feelers for things that I'll give you some money, but you're gonna be single because your husband doesn't. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But that's me always worst case scenario too.
That's why.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No.
That's why, going back to the whole breaking your leg and get a settlement kind of thing. That's why usually whenever I do like a money working or anything like that. I always add at the end from a positive place.
Right.
Right.
That little,
I just add that little underwriting.
You have to, because the spirits will be like, "Oh, okay."
No, right.
No, you have to be specific. Now, with the love, I haven't done a love working in a long time.
I know I haven't done. I can't tell you the last time.
But
I've done a self love working recently.
Girl, dog, it's the wrong fucking time.
Out here is freaking moving things around, trying to be nosy.
I don't know. She didn't like that. She didn't like that at all. He's in there anyway.
Oh,
it was his fault.
It was.
You
liked my keyboard?
I do. I love it.
Cute.
She was talking about it earlier. That's why I had to say.
It's so cute, and I can and every time you type.
What kind of typewriter is it? I mean, what kind of
keyboard?
I'm sorry. What kind of keyboard is it? Typewriter. I'm gonna shut
up. It's a typewriter keyboard.
Let's hear the clickies. Click it for
me.
Yeah.
Ready?
We love that.
I love it.
Nice.
So the last major spell that I did for myself was last year when I was looking for a job. And so I did go into specifics for that. And some of the specifics were like, I need a job that's going to bring me stability, something that's going to bring me financial security, something that's going to provide me a good work-life balance, because those things are really important to me, as opposed to saying, I need a job that's going to pay me $40 an hour, because you can get a job like that, but then you're like working your life away. You know what I mean? So those are what I mean by specifics. Make sure you input what is that you want, what you need, in your spell works.
A job that's $40 an hour sounds like you're on an oil rig in the middle of the North Sea.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
You couldn't pay me.
See?
Yeah, because I mean, you could again, like if you see, like I want a job that's going to pay me 80 grand a year in salary. You can get that job, but then you're working like 18 hours a day to get that salary.
Y'all need to be groomers.
No
Y'all just
overtime.
need to be groomers. Groomers make a ton of money, but then you're gonna have our time.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Sometimes of doing a spell, like say you want like say like you are doing a spell for a situation to go a certain way you want it to.
Yeah.
For me, the best way is, and I mean with all spell works, but specifically in these scenarios, visualize down to every detail exactly how you want that to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then do it again and then do it again. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't help in chanting that energy into an item and then bring it with you to whatever, the case is, be it court, be it, trying to mend friendships or whatever the case, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Trying to make something better though, or just different.
Mm-hmm. And for those of us who have trouble visualizing, just write it down as specifically as you can on a piece of paper.
I'm a writer.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Who's that?
Prudence.
This is Prue. She
Where's the dog?
Or not. Huh?
Where's the dog at?
She's probably laying on my bed. My AC's on.
So when you guys do your cauldron chats, you guys are just like chilling out behind the cams, or like is there like why you guys don't want to come on cam?
I'm always down to go on cam.
Okay, cool. So you guys just chill out, nice. Oh, I mean, a proper podcast is just you listening. So I love that aspect. But like I said, I feel really special that we're all here on camera today.
No, that was something that was part of the speciality. Plus, us going live because guys, again, this is a dream come true of mine. Yeah. So, but no, yeah. Normally, it's just a nice little chill, hang out. Something where witches can just talk and just listen and relax. You know what I mean?
I've always been the guy behind the curtain.
Yes, you have. A red curtain specifically.
Yes.
But to be honest, we should be probably wrapping this up because we're almost hitting an hour on this. I don't want to go too long. I don't want to drag people out.
It flies when you have fun.
It does, though.
You want to do one more topic? Or?
Yes, one more. Let's hit the last one for the weather magic.
Fun.
I love the idea.
Okay, so for me, I split weather magic into like two kind of categories. Where you have A, where you incorporate the weather into your magics, be it rain, storms, earthquakes, hurricanes, anything like that. Mm-hmm. Or the B topic is, or like the B area is when you want rain or need rain, you call and you make it rain. Mm-hmm. Or you bring on or you conjure a storm. Or if you don't need rain, or you could go a day without maybe a storm, you do a little type of sun blessing and make it a sunny day. Mm-hmm. Or calling on wind, stuff like that. Do you guys, how does that like float with you?
All of the above.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
A long time ago, I heard about people who could whistle up a wind. Just by you do like some people say it's more of a lineage thing that only a certain group of people can do, but you basically whistle in like a very deep tone, and you keep it kind of like you're sounding like the wind, like.
Dude, I do that.
You do that? Wait, do you do that?
Yeah, I've actually showed that on my channel before.
Oh my god! Wait, really? I have to watch that.
Yeah, well, let's back up. Yeah, I mean, so I talked about I have this connection with the wind, like it always finds me, and like it'll blow at me and I'll blow back. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if I like blow out, just like Rowan said, like a deeper, like you make it sound like the wind. Yeah, I do that.
Oh my god, I gotta hear that one day because I gotta know. I was like, how do you whistle in a deep tone?
Right, like I can barely whistle.
I can't whistle. The only time it's like my lips are too dry, but I'll like blow and then make a whistling sound.
Yeah.
That, and we're like,
I can wheeze for you. No, Alan can do the whistle thing. He doesn't do magics or anything, but if we're at the beach and our little thingy stops blowing, he'll be like, "We need some wind," and I'll be like, in a very dramatic way, I'll be like, I need to win. And no shit, like a breeze will hit and he'll look at it. I'm like, on the beach. The breeze
On the beach, it's gonna come.
You know, like, but it's cool because I would love to like
come to me, Mano.
That was you guys heard about that stuff in that movie, right? During like the craft.
Oh, there was like actual things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean that's what happens.
Yeah. No, that's what happens when you do witchcraft. But
No, like
okay, so you're good at conjuring wind. Do you conjure like anything else, like rain or anything like
Yeah,
that?
rain. So
Yeah, okay.
many years ago when I first moved to San Antonio, I started getting into verbal magic because I couldn't like use my physical stuff at all where I was living. So I had to like learn this new type of magic, and I would hear like different words come to in my meditations and stuff like that, and I would just say them over and over again, chant them out loud, and then I figured one out was for the rain because every time, but a lot of the times when I would say it, the rain would come either like within a few moments or like with the next day. And it's just grown over time. Now that I'm here in Dallas, it's kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the rains are intense. And so there was one particular trip with this one. We went to go visit Tequila. She took us to the cemetery. And it was like super, super hot at the cemetery. And behind them all, I was like chanting my little thing. And it started to sprinkle, and there was like no clouds in the sky. It was like sprinkling on us. And we went home to get ready to go somewhere else, and then it like started storming and like pouring, and then we couldn't go out anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we stood home and played charades. It was fun.
It made me happy though because let me tell you, I was in the back of that freaking truck.
we gave you a pillow, okay?
Yes. I was in the trunk.
The trunk. Hugged up on the headrest like this.
I was, bro. It was a trip. That was so fun, though.
It was so fun.
God.
Yeah.
What about you, April? You do any type of weather control?
Just the wind. I mean, that's like my favorite element. Like,
Yeah.
Like I cannot live without wind. It's just, it's like I can't breathe. You know.
Yeah.
So where I live now, there's almost always a breeze.
How am I supposed to breathe with no air?
Okay, so, but like, I love the ability to like, if and I don't know because I'm in a breezy place, but in Georgia, I could do the same thing if I was outside and say, remember that tree stump I was telling you about? We used to be between the apartments.
Yep.
I would sit there and it's muggy. There's no wind in Georgia most of the time, and I would sit there and I would just like think about it really hard, like like I could really use some wind right now. It's freaking hot. I sweat in places I shouldn't be sweating. And then it would kick in and it would just like gust. And I'd be like, thank God. I needed that,
Yeah.
It's always been wind for me.
See, a lot of the times, what happened?
I said, you think it'd be fire, but it's not.
See, my favorite element is fire, but I mean, other than just working with the sun,
You're a Leo.
Yeah. Other than just working with the sun, which as a Leo, I guess I do have a great connection with. But when I want wind, if I visualize it, and well, not really visualize because you can't visualize wind, but more just close your eyes and like feel the wind, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then I'll start to feel the wind. Kind of just imagine that it's happening now. For rain, it's so cliche. It is so cliche. I have one spell, mainly because it's always worked. There's never been an issue. And I even used it I used it to put a spell on a crossroads because people kept messing with things and things that shouldn't be theirs to mess with. So I'm like, if anybody messes with it, deal with them. And in that spell, I said I need once rain touches the ground, it'll enact the spell. And so I do the spell I've always done, which incorporates sympathetic magic with rain pouring onto a ground, which actually it pours out a fire. Because I write the spell on a piece of paper, light it, and once the fire consumes the spell, I pour the water over top to put the fire out. And by the time I got, which is a walk, that's a 5-minute walk. By the time I got to the house and closed the door, no clouds in the sky, but it started pouring for only 5 minutes.
Wow.
And then it stopped. And then I was like, that's just what I needed to make the spell work.
Yeah.
But many times that spell has, because I've always said, like, when it comes to weather magic, I feel like, Mother Nature, whatever, has a big role in maybe permitting what you can and can't do. You know what I mean? So sometimes I feel like if you're fucking with things a little bit, maybe you'll get a little smack back, or maybe it just won't work at all. So I got a little excited with this spell because I could conjure rain, and so I would do it unnecessarily, and then giant storms would knock out my power. There was one night we were cooking on the grill, and I did it. I don't even know why I did it, but and then another storm came by, ruined dinner, and power's out. And I know not to fuck with that spell too much. I know not to fuck with rain conjuring too much. I guess maybe it's just where I live. I don't know.
Especially if you're in a state like me, who were on the horizon of hurricanes.
I know all the time. It scares me so much for you.
Yeah.
You're like right there.
Yeah, he gets the panhandly, the Florida ones, and we get the eastern seaboard.
Yeah, you also scare me because that's I wanted to go to the Carolinas, but for many reasons, along with that, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
See, the main thing with me is that I'm in the central area. So when it hits on the coast, it usually has time to break apart a little bit before it hits the central.
Yeah.
But there's a whole thing that they say that Tampa Bay is protected, because I heard there was one time that hurricane, the last hurricane I think we had, it was going up through the bay and it turned. It's always turned when it's gotten there.
Well, I want to know the Tampa Bay secret.
They said, okay, so I don't know the whole true story, but they said, as I was reading different things, that I think it was the Seminoles, they had blessed that part of the land that it would be protected from
They did
torrential rains.
A lot of, like, the Seminole tribe and stuff. There's a couple of tribes down there. The Seminoles and another one, they feuded a lot, but they did do a lot of working in that area, and they were very, like, magical people, what I've always heard. Not that I'm sure there are others. They have a lot of lore, the Seminoles themselves. So
Seminoles do.
Yeah, that's probably true. They probably knew what was up, and they were like, we kind of need, So that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. Honeymoon said that when she belly dances with a veil performing outside, that it calls the wind, and it can be completely
covered for it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I could see how the veil is like a symbol of more air things.
Like a little shawl or something. Absolutely, it gets caught up in the wind.
You ain't gonna catch me outside belly dancing, but.
Speaking of the Seminoles and spirits of the land, that's one of the things that I do, mainly so much with incense, is I'll go outside and offer incense to the spirits of the land that came before. Because you don't know whose house I'm sitting on right now. It's not just my house. It's
true. Very true.
Yeah.
So I have always done that out in my garden. So in some kind of ways, I think that the reason that my garden is so prolific is because of that.
Yeah.
Because you do have a gorgeous garden.
Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I only seen bits and pieces, but it's pretty.
That basil is the size of Noah.
It's huge. I mean, I've never seen a basil plant that big.
That's what I aspire my basil plant to look like.
I just aspire to keep one alive. I got my small aspirations.
See,
I can't even keep a cactus alive. So
my patchouli plant is like bigger than my head. Like
I know. We need some of that patchouli. We need some of that.
I've never seen a patchouli plant before.
It's really pretty.
You gotta send pictures.
Yeah,
I'll send them to it. It's in the family of mint, but it's like it has its own complete different look to it. But it buds out like a mint would without it, taking over everything. It's kind of like a shrubby mint.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how else to explain it. And it's a tropical plant. So in the area that I have it, it gets a lot of morning sun plus like a little tiny bit of midday sun. But when it gets to the hottest part of the day, it's completely shaded. So I've kept it in the same place ever since it was a little teeny tiny plant, and I'm just going to keep it there. It does love a lot of water, though.
Well, considering your climate you're subtropical, so I mean you get a decent bit of rain.
Yeah, I have 2 pitcher plants. You know, the carnivorous pitcher plants.
Mm-hmm.
I keep them outside in an area where it gets um, like speckles of light on it, so it doesn't burn up. And then I have orchids outside that can't grow an orchid for crap in my house, but I have it outside underneath the awning where it gets like morning
It's
sun
flourishing.
and it's bloomed.
I love that. That's cool.
I want to get orchids for outside because my climate's very similar to yours, very tropical and humid.
And thing about orchids is a lot of people will tell you that you should only water it with 1 ice cube a week or something like that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, you soak it for about 30 minutes. Let the water don't get the leaves wet, but the roots and the sphagnum moss that you have it in, you let it soak in there for like 30, 40 minutes. Hell, I've even done it overnight. And then you take it out and let it drain, and then it's good for a week.
Yeah, that's what I was doing with Mama's, and it bloomed 4 or 5 times.
Not an ice cube.
Yeah, a lot of people will say use an ice cube.
I've never heard that.
I think it comes with a card that says that.
Oh no,
Like,
I never.
I them at like a grocery store or something.
Oh,
Don't get your orchids are the worst place to get them is at grocery stores, like when Dixie or Publix in the floral section. As soon as you get it home, break open that thing and repot it because it's dead.
Yeah. Some
of them are in soil. Once you get past the sphagnum moss, it's in soil, like a soil pod where they germinated it. And orchids don't do well with soil.
Yeah,
I think every orchid plant that they sell around me, like ShopRite specifically, they're all in soil.
If you can go to one of your local nurseries, nothing that's big box stores, those are usually the best places to get them. Heck, even online on Etsy, you can order from people that's their thing, and you can get really good plants.
I don't know. We got lucky with the one that, because a client of mine actually, she pushed me $20. She's like, get your mom an orchid, because I've seen these people forever. They know what's going on in my life, and she's like, get your mom an orchid, like do it today. And this lady's always been nothing but good to me. So I took her money. I went to, there's a Lowe's on the way home. I stopped at Lowe's. I got Mama a purple orchid. It was like purple with that pink in it.
Ooh.
And it bloomed and bloomed and bloomed until very recently it stopped.
What does she have it potted in?
I don't know, because my dad, now that you're talking about the soil, I'm not sure what because he did repot it, and that was not long before it quit, so he might not have known that. The moss and stuff is still on top, and I was still soaking it.
Yeah.
I pot my orchids in layers, so so if you're going from the bottom up, I do a layer of moss, and then you get at Lowe's or stuff those bags of orchid potting mix that is like a bark, and some of them are charcoal, and some of them are like big sizes of perlite. Then I do that, and then I do another layer. I layer it like a lasagna, and that's how I do it. So that way, when the water soaks in, it has multiple layers of moisture to have before it gets dried out and you have to water it again.
Okay, well, that would also explain why it's drying out faster if he didn't keep up with it.
Amber said, do they do well more with a gravelly substrate? I don't know. I guess it depends on the species of orchid, but the ones I do don't really like gravelly stuff. I do have an in-ground orchid that actually is planted in soil.
Really?
Y'all lost me right now because I have a black thumb. I can't keep anything alive.
It turned into Rowan's green chat.
Well, I love it. No, I love it. I would love to have a garden, an herb garden. I would love to have a bunch of different flowers and stuff like that, but I kill everything. Y'all ever seen that movie Electra?
Yeah.
Okay, you know that girl Typhoid, the one that has like the poison, whatever. When she walks past the plants and they die, that's me.
I'm like that with indoor plants, but it's not.
Nah, you don't want me to.
No, I'm that way with indoor plants. If I bring it inside, that's their death sentence. Outside, they thrive.
This little stupid thing eats everything. He ate all my ivies. He ate all my herbs.
The cat.
Yes, he can't see. You can't see him, but he's right there, sleeping his life away on my bed.
Oh yeah, like he pays rent.
See, I have 5 outside feral cats, and they haven't eaten anything.
Because they're
My-
See,
what?
when my cats go outside, they don't nothing but the catnip, of course. That's why it's
Yes,
in a pot.
typhoid bougie mystic.
That's
I love
why
that
I
you
don't
know
grow
who that
catnip.
is.
That's the only thing I don't grow is catnip.
It's in a pot somewhere high now, but yeah, no. Sometimes I'll slip up and leave it on the ground because I'm watering them, and then the cats will go out, and then there goes my catnip plant.
My great granny could put a stick in the ground to make it turn green. Like,
right. That's the way my dad is.
My
John
mom's like
can
that.
grow anything. Literally.
my dad can't grow anything to save his life.
No, I didn't know he could either, but like Mama, was unable, and he took it, and let me tell you, those plants haven't looked better.
Wow.
My great granny, she had a night blooming cactus.
Ooh.
Some people call it a
Slipping off this chair.
shoot, I can't remember the name of it, but it's called the Queen of the Night or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
I have one now outside, but hers bloomed all the time. My mom has like a whole bunch of Christmas and Easter cactuses. Like, I'm talking about over 20 of them. Some that are older than me.
Wow.
And they bloom every year around Christmas. They're just gorgeous. She has a white one, and I gave her a yellow one time, which I've never seen a yellow one before until I got it. Usually the things that I grow the best are the ones that nobody else can grow.
That's pretty impressive.
Like your moonflowers? Gorgeous.
I didn't grow any this year.
I know.
You know they're toxic?
So are humans?
Yep.
Ooh.
Because they're part of the Datura family.
I don't
Again,
know.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Ruin, why don't you make a channel?
Yeah.
Right.
Saints and plants.
Herbs.
Saints and plants.
Yeah, Saints and Plants, yes.
Y'all are lucky that I have a TikTok. Okay.
You have a TikTok?
You still didn't answer my question, Rowan. I said why.
Why?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I beg to differ, but okay.
He'd rather lurk.
Yeah, I'm a lurker.
He's
Make
a
a
friendly
channel.
neighborhood lurker.
Looker?
Hooker.
I mean, whatever
Saints
you
and
want.
Plants, that could be a night. Okay, so how about you do like Saints and Plants on April's channel? That would be cool. Segment, 30-minute segment.
That could be even a segment on this. Yeah.
Saints and Plants.
Saints and Plants.
Every video you're on needs a plant and a saint.
There you go.
Boom! It's gonna happen.
Saints
That's
and Plants
new.
and
That's our new
My
thing.
practice is so much more than Saints now.
I know, but I don't know how to, I don't want to talk about stuff that you're not. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows about your saints. I can speak about that freely, but I can speak about the plants. You can pick a saint and pick a plant, like a saint with a corresponding plant.
There's a patron saint of gardeners.
See? There you go.
See?
Look at that.
See?
I couldn't tell you her name right now because I forgot.
Oh, well.
I definitely don't know it. If you don't.
I definitely don't know it either.
But we can write it down and we'll all know it next video.
With that being said, I hope you guys do come back, by the way, in the future.
I would love to.
This was awesome.
I'm trying to dip my foot back in slowly.
I don't blame you.
But it's just this is so much easier because
it is.
it's not just me talking to the camera.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and I would love to figure out that downward angle type deal where you have the camera and then it's just your hands.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Most of my videos are like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
you just get a tripod for your camera for like $15-20 on Amazon.
Don't break it. They're easily.
I actually have one. Let me go get it. Give me a second.
Well, I have something.
You got something?
I've got like
Show
a
and tell. I
tripod.
love it.
Well, I've got something. I don't know what it is. Hold on. Because I was
But look how
and I got
look how
stuff.
gorgeous it is in here.
I know. I love your stuff.
Where'd she go?
She's grabbing something. She has something.
I gotta find it.
I had 3 tripods at one point, and I'm down to 1, and it's not the best because I have something glued on a tripod to hold my phone.
You know what?
I went through a lot of tripods over the years that I've been on YouTube.
Very breakable.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know what? Never mind. I don't know where's that. Oh, I see it. I see it.
My fur is falling.
I can't reach it.
But yeah, I most of my videos when it comes to like showing spell work or anything like that, they come from like the bird's eye view kind of angle.
It's the best angle so they can see everything you're doing.
Yeah,
See
no,
what you're
yeah.
seeing.
A lot of the times, yeah, I gotta get better lighting because a lot of the time stuff is just lit up by candles, like we in the 1600s or something.
Boiling hot in that room.
Oh my god! Yeah, let's not talk about
Oh,
that.
you
My
have
air
one. Okay.
I
My
have
air
this
conditioner
thing.
set on
Wait,
68.
is that for a regular camera or is that for your phone?
No, it's for my phone.
Okay, yeah, you can choose one of those. So this is the
Yeah.
one I have. It has like
Okay.
this little,
Oh,
this little
okay.
thing, so you like loosen it up and then you put it to the side,
Oh, I love
and then
that.
you like angle it down so you can like this is where your phone would be like, I don't know, like this or like this. I mean,
Okay.
and so this is the angle you're looking for, and you can. That's how I do all my how-to videos.
Huh.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like that.
April.
Huh.
Gotta get the link to that one. That was nice. That was fancy. Oh, we out here
Oh,
challenging
okay, okay. You
fans.
guys don't have fans. I
Okay.
don't have
All
fans.
right.
I was.
Wait, you got to do it like.
This one with the noise, like the whack, you know.
You
Like
need
Rowan,
that.
do it
That's
closer to
like
the
actual
microphone,
fierce.
Rowan.
Yeah. Come on.
I want to get one of those giant fans that you see them dancing with.
The ones that are as big as you.
Yes.
You mean this one?
Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
She'll hide
These-
under that shit right there.
I have this one, and then there's a red one in my car.
Oh, I love
Hey, you
it.
got that at the Dollar Tree, didn't you?
No, I ordered them on Amazon. Look at the
There
cat.
you go.
Girl, they come from the same place.
That's because you were
Yeah.
talking about her earlier. Now she's coming for you.
They come from the same place. I ordered a green one, that exact style. Green one.
Yes.
Went to the dollar store. Guess what I found?
The green one,
How you doing?
of course, of course. Well, oh, I broke
I
it.
want one that says shade.
Oh, yeah, and that's why. And that's why.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree, boo.
I'm going to Dollar Tree tomorrow after I glue this one back together for the night.
Yep. Oh yeah, because God. Anyone else got the heat wave?
Yes.
Nice. It's like 98 degrees outside right now.
This makes me
Yes,
feel
the
like
real feel was 102.
That's
This
ridiculous.
makes me feel like a Southern belle.
Yeah.
I do declare you are the tallest drink of water this side of the Mason-Dixon.
Oh my goodness.
I love the accent.
I'm about to say, I never heard a Southern accent have a more Southern accent.
Well,
Well, thank you very much, sir.
that was Hicktown. Okay, that was.
Okay.
I
Dude,
want to hear banjos later. Ding, 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 ding.
around a bonfire.
Oh my god!
I need like a good witchy bonfire.
I want a drum.
Me
Oh, yes.
too. Oh my god. Okay, dude. Okay, I'm sorry. We're supposed to really probably be hopping off, but like real quick, does anybody like journey or do any type of like shamanistic work like that?
I used to practice shamanism in my earlier years, but I haven't done it for a while. Just I still know how to do it. I just don't really
Oh my
practice
God.
it. It's not a part of my, my practice right now. Yeah.
If I could have like, you know how people have pool boys? If I could have a drum boy where like you just drum, I'll tell you when to stop and when to bring me back because like, and then I'm just gonna because drumming, I feel like you can go anywhere just from the beat of the. Oh my god, gorgeous.
So my first experience with drumming was at Tequila's house again with the gathering that we had with April.
I was getting ready to bring that up.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes. Yes.
I was too shy to do it. So our friend Stephanie was drumming for us, and then Tequila had a couple other drums, and she was trying to hand them to us. We're like, no, it's okay. I was kind of shy, whatever. Because I'm thinking in my head, I was a band kid, and so like, there's like a certain rhythm that you follow, a cadence and all that stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this up. But Tequila was like, if you do your own thing, they're gonna sync up eventually because how the energy works,
Yeah.
And it's actually it was pretty awesome.
It was
Oh my
amazing.
god.
Yes.
Yeah. See. Oh my god. See, because I know some people drum while they journey,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like that's very talented. I don't know if I could do both at the same time.
I don't know if I would be able to either. I do know in Astral, I either have to have complete silence or I have to have some type of like mood music going.
I have like some like I have like meditative music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That goes on for a long time. I have a specific one. I think it's called like a shamanistic meditative music, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. And for how long I think it just started raining. For how long it goes to, it goes longer than what I meditate for, because it's like 3-4 fucking hours. So, but it's perfect.
Love it.
Yeah. When
But
I'm
this
doing
was
work,
an amazing chat,
I have to
guys. What was that?
when I'm like, okay, how do I explain? If I'm doing work for other people in the astral, like locating things or finding things or sifting through stuff, then it has to be dead silent because I need to focus. But what will happen is I'll have Alex or Alan on the phone with the person via text or just like a regular phone call while I'm at this, like I'm seeing this. Is that correct? Like to validate what I'm doing and know that I'm in the right area.
Right.
And if it's just me traveling, like if I used to drop in on Tequila at work or whatever. I had a hard time getting through her wards at home, but like at work, boom. And she'd be like, "Are you in my freaking office?" And I was like, yes, I am. But in cases where it's just me doing whatever I want to do, I can have music playing, and it's a lot of times it's just like yoga music.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But for other work, when I have to focus and I'm looking for something that someone's misplaced or whatever, if that's a whole nother topic, it's dead silent and I need somebody communicating for me while I have my eyes closed trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. There was my latest time, my first time and my only time, like my latest time was working in the astral for my god sister who had some sort of entity bothering her home. She had a very disturbing experience with it's a very disturbing topic to even really get into, about like some elderly lady who was trying to who came up to them. She had like her eyes looked black apparently, and like she was just staring at the baby, and like she said she felt like she did some type of oho or some type of magic on the baby, and then ever since then this entity has manifested itself. And I was doing astral work to get rid of it, and I've seen it. And actually doing the astral work, they were also being spirited by a little boy, and he helped me get to this entity because he knew places this entity didn't. Yeah. But if you guys ever want to have that kind of topic, I'm so down to talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, me too. That'd be cool.
But oh my god, yeah, it's pouring outside. Good God. The gods are crying.
It's perfect. Get that rainwater charged by the full moon. There you go.
Oh my god, yes. But this was an amazing chat, guys. Thank you so much. It's getting a little late. I know some of us want to do a little witchy stuff.
Yes, please.
But thank you guys so much for joining. It was amazing. And thank you all for watching.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you for inviting me.
Oh, of course. Anytime. Again, this is a dream come true. I don't know where April is. She's got to come back for me to say goodbye and my love to her.
That should be right back.
But no, this was awesome. And please come back again. If you guys want, if you guys have fun, please. This was dope. There she is.
Wash my hands and get the
grills.
grills.
There it is.
My dear, we're hopping off.
Okay, I gotta call my dad in Kansas back anyway because he's tried to call me 3 times today. We keep playing phone tag.
All right, yeah, you do that, girlie. But thank you so much for coming on, and I hope to talk about more stuff in the future.
Yes,
and happy full moon to everybody.
Yeah, happy full moon, guys, and happy midsummer if anyone celebrates that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay. Rowan, you want to say bye to the peoples?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know how to get